Your next time cue will be with 2 minutes until airtime. Until airtime here on the Wake Forest Sports Network for our Coaches Show broadcast. Your next time cue will be with 1 minute until airtime. Mark. Network stations, we are 1 minute until airtime here on the Wake Forest Sports Network for our Coaches Show broadcast. Studios, please start your archive recording. Stations, if you encounter technical issues during this broadcast, please call the Wake Forest studio hotline at area code 336-831-0819. Coming up on 30 seconds until airtime, Mark, 30 seconds until airtime. Once again, stations, if you encounter technical issues during this
Learfield, your weekly all-access pass inside Demon Deacon basketball.
Kicks it underneath the line right. Here's Harris up and under. Drives it, scores it, gets the foul. Taken by Wake. Spillers drives, dunks, and Wake leads by 4.
We did an unbelievable job in defensive transition. I think we're a little more comfortable playing with each other's strengths and weaknesses on the offensive side of the ball.
Send us your question for Coach Forbes to our inbox. Available at wakeradio@learfield.com or tweet your question to the voice of the Deeks at Stan Cotton WF.
Who learned something tonight?
Me.
See?
Yeah.
I didn't know about the nail.
The nail.
See?
Man, I feel
that's
good.
why you come here.
I tell you, that's some high-tech stuff right there.
Learn that stuff from Coach Forbes.
The Steve Forbes Show is brought to you by Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, the official healthcare partner of the Demon Deacons. Now, alongside Coach Forbes, here's the voice of the Deeks, Stan Cotton.
Okay, good evening. It is a Monday night, and we are right back where we finished.
Weren't we just here?
We were just here on Thursday. That's right. We're back to Mondays, Monday next week as well. And then the final show, by the way, we have set that will be on the 26th. That is a Thursday. So we'll go tonight, next Monday, and the following week it'll be on Thursday because we'll be traveling on Monday for a game. So that's the deal, right? You only get to fire your arrows or shoot your arrows for a couple more weeks. But tonight we will be here for the hour taking your questions. You can email us, wakeradio@learfield.com. You can tweet at Stan Cotton WF. And for you folks who are here, got another good crowd here at Miller's on Robin Hood. We'll have the old microphone. We've got a couple, 2, 3. Oh, the Wake guys are here. So we'll pass around the microphone to them. It's kind of – we might have to have this segment sponsored.
They actually had to go to school this week, I'm sure.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, and Mekhi Mason was supposed to be here.
He's a little –
What'd you do to him today?
We had physical practice.
And he got a little dinged.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's okay, but he's with he's getting treatment tonight.
Yeah, it got a little rough and tough today.
Apparently.
So, yeah.
I've got all kinds of stuff on Mekhi Mason. I was ready to go.
He'd be a great interview. I would say that. He's a great guy.
So that means 2 more segments with you.
I think there's that foreigner, the double vision. Mm-hmm. That
the old song.
Yeah. I think he had a little double vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rough and tumble today, huh?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, but we've got several questions all ready to go, and again, the Wake guys are here, so we know we'll at least have a question or two from the crowd, and you guys, this middle table right here, we need Dave Gorin's table. We need some questions out of this group right here.
Well, I'm sure Dave, he ain't gonna.
You guys come every week.
Well, those guys are always here,
and you just take and take and take. We need you to give today. Oh, I'm kidding. But anyway, Coach, how we doing? I see you got in your car.
I did.
You got your bag?
I got my bag. I got it unlocked. I got 2 fobs now. They call those things, I guess. I can actually unlock my car. Interesting. But I'm doing good. Spent a lot of time this week watching film this weekend. And, hashing that game over on Saturday. And I did not watch it was on, but I wasn't watching the Super Bowl.
You didn't miss anything.
A lot of field goals.
Snoozer bowl. That's what that was.
A lot of 3-point shots. So, yeah, good. Had good practice. Intense, physical, coming off a game where I just felt like we should have won the game, and we did got off to like a poor start, especially defensively. I take notes on all the games, and these are my notes here, and they're always color-coded because I'm OCD. But when I was a kid, if I got my paper back from my teacher and it had a lot of red ink on it, that usually wasn't very good. And I asked my team that today, and they kind of looked at me like, what? I don't know if teachers use red ink anymore, but
I don't think they use paper anymore.
Yeah, probably not.
That's the deal.
So I had a lot of red ink on defense, especially in the first half. But you know what? We found a way to get it tied, with I think 5:40 to go, and had a chance to take the lead under 4, maybe. I can't remember when Trey's 4:15 left in the game. We were down 81-80 and had 2 free throws and missed them. But I thought they showed a lot of resilience and toughness to get back in the game. And then we fouled too much. We fouled way too much. A lot of off-ball fouls that I haven't seen in a long time. But watching the film, there's a lot of holding and grabbing. But you want that both ways. And I think Juke got frustrated because he was getting the receiving end of that and didn't get it, and then can't react to that and go on the other end and do it. That was one of his fouls. And then, offensively late, we stopped moving the ball, and took some just not good in between 2-point contested jump shots, not getting to the basket when we were already in the double bonus. We were getting there. That's how we got back in the game, put pressure on the rim, and then we did it. And so I was really just disappointed that we didn't win the game. I'm always disappointed when we don't win, but I really felt like that game was there for the taking.
88-80, the final, as Louisville comes to town and gets the win. Now you head to the road, Georgia Tech, one of those 9 o'clock deals in Atlanta on Wednesday night against a Georgia Tech team that has been pretty good at home.
They're dangerous. Yeah, Damian's teams always play good offense, and the 9 o'clock game on the road is that's a long day. You're in that hotel. You don't eat your pregame meal till 5, which typically on a regular scheduled game you're already at the arena getting ready to play. And so that's a little bit longer day to manage on the road, and then you get home awfully late, from that. But we haven't had as many. I think there was a couple years ago we had like 5 of those things. One of them was in Wisconsin because I remember we got back like at 4 a.m. And so the week before finals, that didn't go over so good. But, yeah.
Yeah, that is a Wednesday night, and probably won't see many of you down there in Atlanta. Hope to see you, though, but if not, we'll see you on the radio starting at 8:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday night. All right, again, a couple of ways to get to us. As we said, email us, wakeradio@learfield.com, or tweet on Twitter @StanCottonWF. And we'll go through those questions to get some to you. And we'll also remind you that you can stay where art meets atmosphere. That's the Hotel Indigo and Sir Winston Wine Loft and Restaurant. They were both designed for the creatively curious, bold spaces, local flavors, inspired stays. We'll have a deeper dive into the Wake-Louisville game on the other side of the timeout on the Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist game diagnosis. That is next from Miller's on Robin Hood as you listen to the Steve Forbes Show.
Spiller's got the rebound. Out to Harris, gets it back, dunks it. Going to have to make something happen. Pulls and fires, 14-footer, got it. For a good look at it. Three, and he drilled.
Hey, Deke fans, Coach Forbes here. As you prepare to watch your Dekes this season, remember to bring along some ice-cold Pepsi. There's something special about watching the Dekes with your friends, eating some great food, and drinking Pepsi. It's a perfect way to cheer the team on to victory. Go Dekes.
Wake Forest basketball is always better with Pepsi.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
We'll be right back to the Steve Forbes Show after this local timeout on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
Stan Cotton here for Roger Marion Automotive. Roger and his staff have been taking care of me and my family and our cars and trucks for years. From tune-ups to oil changes to a state inspection or that weird sound your engine's making that you can't quite figure out. Roger Marion Automotive can handle whatever issue your vehicle has and get you back on the road with confidence and at a very fair price. Roger Marion Automotive between I-40 and 421 across from West Forsyth High School. Roger Marion Automotive, the only choice for any fan of the Demon Deacons.
When it comes to local news, you can rely on ABC 45 News, there to cover your story.
Just had to take a stand. We should be compensated way more than we are.
There to get you answers.
It still leaves so much anxiety because it's like we don't know what happened.
There in your community.
We need to help out the people in our community who are struggling.
And there with your no-wait weather.
This area is producing some severe weather tonight.
ABC 45 News, weeknights at 6 and 11, standing up for you.
Welcome back to the Steve Forbes Show.
Harris with his 28th point, and Wake leads it 75-64. Only 23 seconds to go.
Actually, I looked up and everybody was going to the exits. The best feeling in coaching is going on the road and shutting the crowd up. That's a good feeling.
Email your question to Stan and Coach Forbes at wakeradio@learfield.com.
Okay, time now for the Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist game diagnosis. A little deeper dive into Wake Forest and Louisville. Louisville led for, well, pretty much almost the whole night, with the exception of late. You get them to 80-80.
Well, yeah, I mean,
you're down 15 and you come back, and as you said, you should have won the game.
There's only one time you need to be ahead. When is that?
Really?
Ask Carolina.
Oh, wow.
Like, I think they led for 0.4 of a second.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah, you know, I would say that game time on there's a certain point in the game when it becomes, you know, okay, it's game time. And it was like 5:40 left in the game, and I think that's when it was tied 78. There was 9 offensive possessions for Louisville to end the game. We fouled them 5 times of the 9. I mean, that's literally just handing them points, right? They got 9 points out of 5 fouls. I mean, didn't have to do anything because the other times we turned them over 3 times and we made them miss a 3. This is a crazy stat to think about. They scored a field goal with 9:52 left in the game, something like that. Sananda Frew got a dunk and a foul, right? Their next field goal was when Pryor picked up that ball and threw it in from half court. Those were the only 2 field goals they made the entire last 10 minutes of the game. Now, you would say if that happened, you're going to win, right? Well, we didn't because we fouled too much. And I think, you know, we did such a great job get back in the game on our offense was pretty good. We were getting we were getting layups. We were getting inside our defense. Ball was moving. We were getting fouled, driving it. And then we just did it. We quit doing that. And then the 3 times we got in the paint in the last 4 minutes, we didn't finish. We shot at 3 non-paint twos, a quick 3 one time. just not winning plays. And so we watched those all today, and, a little heated, a little passionate on my end. I thought a big play in the game was the 4-point swing. Like I said, we were down 1 with 4:15 left in the game. Trey's a really good free throw shooter. I mean, I was glad he got fouled. I thought he'd make them. He missed them both. And then he comes down, and then we get a frustration foul because he fouls through out top, and they make both free throws. I think the hard thing for me watching the film was consistency in officiating. It was a very physical game. We wanted it to be that way. I just don't think we got the same whistle on some of those grabs, especially Juke. I mean, he's at the top of the scouting report, and he's getting a lot of heat. And I think he got frustrated and can't do that. So, incredible fight to get back in it when we didn't have our A game defensively, but weren't able to bring it home. And just really disappointed for our fans and for our players that, we had a great chance to win that game and didn't do it.
Sananda Frew had a nice night, didn't he? I mean, he didn't miss from the field. He's not a great foul shooter. He only missed 1, had 6 rebounds, and he was a guy that obviously you guys were in on.
We recruited Sananda hard, and we were the first team in on him. And I sent actually AK to Germany, two falls ago to see him. I thought we had it done, but we didn't. And credit to Louisville. They did a good job and got him. And he's an older guy. I think he's 23. He plays he played in the upper, what they call the, I'm going to get this wrong, the top league in Germany. I used to know the name of it. He played in the top league. And I think that's kind of the hard part for college coaches right now is this definite division of what a true freshman really is versus what a professional. And it used to be you couldn't be professional to play, but now obviously you can. And so what's the difference between – there's a big difference between a 18 or 19-year-old freshman and a 23-year-old freshman. Would you guys be better students at 23? Probably not. But you understand basketball-wise, that's a huge amount of experience. Nothing against Sananda. Trust me, if I could have got him, I'm taking him, because of the way the rules are. Now, somebody just sent me something, showed me that Charles Bediako got ruled ineligible, correct? Is that right? Yeah, rightfully so. And so hopefully we'll have some sanity to our rules. Got some lawyers back here. Maybe they can help me out here. But where was I digressing to? I just ran off on a tangent there. Where did I go?
You're talking about the difference between a 18, 19-year-old freshman and somebody who's 23 years old.
Yeah. I mean,
this is a big level. There's a big difference in maturity at that age as well, from an 18-year-old to a 22, 23-year-old young man.
I had 3 meetings last week during the week I'm on the men's basketball oversight committee, the rules. And so I propose, you can agree with me or you don't, I think we should have an age limit on college basketball. And I think it should be from 18 to 23. And I think if you turn 24 going into September of your last year, then take your ball and go play in Siberia. Because that's probably where you're playing if you're that old. And so that's my opinion. I also think that, and I think this will get passed soon, I think you should have to declare your roster in October, and you can't change it. And the only way you can change it is from one of these intramural guys, these flex runners right here. Put something in with the flex today, by the way. And if you have an injury, like right now we have to declare we can't have more than 15 people on our roster, okay? That's the new rule. Used to get out as many as you want. Now I got 15. If you lose somebody and you want to gain, if you want to bring somebody to your team for practice, and it's got to be from the student body and it's got to be a full-time student. It can't be somebody coming in from the G League, Europe, NBA at Christmas. And so I think we'll get that nipped in the bud immediately. The age thing might take a little more doing, even though NCAA legal has said to me, that it's enforceable. We just got to do it. But everybody knows everybody sues, so got to get ready for that.
There you go. Tonight's Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist game diagnosis, again brought to you by the official healthcare partners of the Demon Deacons. All right, Makai's not here, so that means 2 more segments with the coach. So we got to get some questions out here.
Let's go, boys.
We'll do that on the other side of the timeout with somebody, either live or we've got some questions.
I'm sure we got some questions.
We'll get to those after the timeout. As you listen to tonight's Steve Forbes show from Learfield.
At Vibe, we believe interior design has the power to transform experience, shaping how people heal, learn, and perform every day. Whether it's premium hospitality suites, medical education facilities, residence halls, or healthcare environments, we create spaces that inspire connection, focus, and well-being. As respected partners of Wake Forest University and Wake Forest Athletics, we're proud to design environments where champions thrive, on the court, in the classroom, and beyond. Discover the impact of great design at vibedesign.com. That's Vibe with 2 I's.
Hey Deacon fans, if you can't make it courtside or want to catch an away game with other Wake fans, Little Richard's Barbecue on Stratford Road should be your first choice to watch Wake basketball games. Enjoy big screen TVs, cold drinks, and all the smoked meats and southern sides you love. Proudly serving Deacon fans since 1991, Little Richard's is the go-to game day spot for Wake fans. Visit us on Stratford Road or order online at littlerichardsbarbecue.com. Go Deeks!
More with Coach Forbes after these local messages on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
Lobs for the dunk. Spillers flushed it on the alley-oop.
Looking for Demon Deacon audio content beyond game day? Download and subscribe to the Wake Forest Sports Network feed on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Stay connected to the Deeks all season long.
No, I thought we had great effort. Appreciate the fans. We had a good crowd. Last couple games have gotten off to a good start.
Catch every episode of the Jake Dickert Show and the Steve Forbes Show on demand, whether you're in Winston-Salem or anywhere in the world. Download and subscribe today. The Wake Forest Sports Network, powered by Learfield.
For the latest on the Demon Deeks, make sure you start with GoDeeks.com, the official website of Wake Forest Athletics. GoDeeks.com provides easy access to purchase tickets to upcoming games along with the latest news and updates from every team on campus. Plus, you can sign up for daily news alerts straight to your inbox. And, of course, hear all the play-by-play action from Wake Forest football, men's and women's basketball, and baseball, along with our coaches' shows as well. GoDeeks.com, the source for all things Wake Forest Athletics.
Be a part of tonight's edition of the Steve Forbes Show.
I always think that's really special when the former players come back. It's not so much for me, it's for our own players too, so they can build a bond and a relationship with those guys that hopefully will last, forever like their bond lasts.
Email your question to Stan and Coach Forbes at wakeradio@learfield.com or tweet your question to the voice of the Deeks at Stan Cotton WF.
Okay, back and rolling. First half hour, Steve Forbes Show on this Monday night. We're on the air at 8:30 on Wednesday night for the 9 o'clock tip down in Atlanta at McCamish Pavilion. I used to think it was McCamish. It's McCamish. Wake and Georgia Tech on Wednesday night, late time, 9 o'clock start. Tonight's Steve Forbes Show brought to you in part by R.J. Young, your playbook for more than just copiers. Their cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, and managed IT and AV technology for your organization. Schedule your free consultation right now at rjyoung.com/Wake Forest. All right, first question of the night comes from Gus.
Gus.
A holdover from last week.
All right, Gus.
I promised Gus I would shoot this to you. He says, in his opinion, he sees an epidemic of moving screens across college basketball and traveling.
Oh,
your perspective on moving screens and the traveling violation.
My two biggest pet peeves, on top of my color-coded sheet here, everything in blue is non-calls, okay? And all of the non-calls that I have on here from this game are revolving around illegal screens, grabbing off the ball, like freedom of movement. Like, that was a big thing, so it's that freedom of movement. And traveling has been epidemic this year. I actually told that to our basketball commissioner last week. I said, is it just me or we're just not calling traveling anymore? I think it's pretty obvious when a guy shot fakes from the three-point line and takes one dribble and lays it up at the basket around two defenders. Maybe there was some traveling. I don't know. I don't get it. But
that's just bled down from the NBA, hadn't it, Steve?
Traveling.
Come on.
But traveling puts the defense there. It's already hard enough to guard a really good player. It really is. Those guys are, talented and athletic. They're skilled. They're fast. And now you can take extra steps. I'm not quite sure how you defend somebody like that. That's the discouraging part for me, is trying to figure out how are you going to defend, that guy? And then all of a sudden he's taking extra steps. So that yeah, you're right. To me, the screening thing, I don't realize how hard that's a hard call because most of the illegal screens happen out there in front of God and everybody. They're happening with the ball screen, correct? It used to be in the old days, guys, we pinned down. Remember? We'd swing the wings, and then we'd run off what we call floppy actions, double low. We don't do that anymore. Everything's right up here, around where everybody can see it. I have so many of those clipped from this game. I don't always send them in. I'm going to be honest with you. I usually don't because I don't feel like it helps. And so I just kind of do it for my own good. But I thought there was a lot of illegal, like not coming set. And then you're not supposed to turn your hips. And you're not supposed to roll into the defender. You have to stay set. And I had many of those, Gus, right here on this paper. Now that you motivated me, maybe I'll send them in tomorrow. But I haven't. But I appreciate that's a good question, and I agree. I think there's a lot of that going on.
What about how does the Euro step?
Yeah.
The development of that or the introduction of that over the last several years. That's tough to call.
It is. I think they've tried, and I get it. They've wanted the game to be more aesthetically pleasing, more scoring. Remember, there were sometimes 10, 15 years ago, it was like all-star wrestling out there. Everybody was grabbing and holding and tackling and. We tried to clean it up, but it's just too big of an advantage at times when you can take 3 steps or sometimes 4, in my opinion. It's just you can't guard that. I think the call they're struggling with the most right now, and I get it, is what is a continuation and what isn't. Like they're saying that the ball, you have to have 2 hands on the ball to get fouled and then continue. If you have 1 hand on the ball, then you put your second hand on the ball. It's not continuation. But I can't tell how many times I've asked for continuation, and they said, well, he only had 1 hand on the ball. And I go home and watch the film. I'm like, no, he has 2 hands on the ball. I think that's something they got to – it's not, in all fairness of our officials, it's the first year for that, and they'll get better at it. And the only way you can get better at it is to see it in live action, right? And there's been some times I'm like, why doesn't that count? And what am I going to do? I can't watch. You can't appeal that. I appealed the hook and hold on Saturday. There's a difference between what's the word I'm looking for? Challenge and an appeal. I'm not going to try to explain that. But I appealed the hook and hold, and they told me that the foul occurred before the hook and hold.
That's a challenge.
That's a appeal or – yeah, exactly. Challenge. Sorry, wrong word. And then the other one. Yeah. I don't know.
You lost.
I lost. And then when you lose that, you lose your timeout. Okay, so I thought at that point it might be worth it, and it looked pretty obvious to me. But look, I don't get it. Like I said, I don't get to go to the monitor with them and argue with them. If we could have a debate over there, that'd probably be more fun for the fans, right? Could you imagine if the coaches got to go over to the challenge and watch the film with them and have a debate? Oh, that'd be awesome. We'd need a moderator in there, I'm pretty sure.
And the game would be 3 hours.
That'd be fun, though.
It would be interesting.
It would be a lot of fun.
All right, Gus, thanks for the question. And one more quick one from Mark here before we take a timeout, and then we'll get some of the fellows involved. Right? Yeah, okay. You've already talked about it a little bit. Mark wants you to discuss a little bit more guarding without fouling. How do you teach that in practice? How do you work on that?
I think in practice you have to call it. Like sometimes I think in practice we want to play hard, practice hard, and then you reward fouling. I've tried really hard not to do that, but sometimes it's just hard because you want intensity and you don't want to stop practice all the time. But like today I call a lot of fouls. And a lot of times it has to be me because I'm the only person that they won't, if I say it, they ain't going to say nothing. I think that's one way, Mark. You got to officiate it that way. And maybe we just need to have officials every day at practice. Maybe we need to hire officials. I don't know. I think the other way is you teach them to play defense with their chest and with, their hands out, not in. Big believer in fouling with your chest and fouling with your lower body. I think anything in here, this is why I get frustrated again. Like, I know one time, I won't say who, but, Miles drove at middle, And it's supposed to be automatic if the defender puts two hands on the dribbler. And it was obvious that happened, and they didn't call it. And so to answer your question, I think move your feet, put your chest on them, get your hands out, where the palms out, where the defense, the ref can see them. And if you're going to foul with your chest, foul with your lower body. But if you foul with your hands, it's going to be a foul. And don't grab and don't hold. But, we're trying to play physical, trying to play tough. We did. But there's a fine line between that and fouling.
Mark, Gus, thanks for the questions, both good ones. We'll take a timeout. We'll hopefully get out into the audience here a little bit.
There we go.
And chat with the crowd here at the Steve Forbes Show at Miller's on Robin Hood. Back in a moment.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your VIC card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Stan Cotton here for Roger Marion Automotive. Roger and his staff have been taking care of me and my family and our cars and trucks for years. From tune-ups to oil changes to a state inspection or that weird sound your engine's making that you can't quite figure out. Roger Marion Automotive can handle whatever issue your vehicle has and get you back on the road with confidence and at a very fair price. Roger Marion Automotive between I-40 and 421 across from West Forsyth High School. Roger Marion Automotive, the only choice for any fan of the Demon Deacons.
We'll be right back to the Steve Forbes Show after this local timeout on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
When it comes to local news, you can rely on ABC 45 News, there to cover your story.
Just had to take a stand. We should be compensated way more than we are.
There to get you answers.
It still leaves so much anxiety because it's like we don't know what happened.
There in your community.
We need to help out the people in our community who are struggling.
And there with your no-wait weather.
This area is producing some severe weather tonight.
ABC 45 News, weeknights at 6 and 11, standing up for you.
Welcome back to the Steve Forbes Show. It's time now for our Play of the Week, presented by WXLV ABC 45.
Near side Harris. Thought about a three instead. Will drive on Conwell. Into the paint. Scores it. And one. A chance to tie the game at the foul line. Duke Harris, what a strong move to the hoop. And he will step to the strike.
Here you go with WXLV ABC 45 Play of the Week, brought to you by ABC 45 News, giving you more coverage and dedication to what matters to you. And no wait weather with Jonathan Went, ABC 45, standing up for you. Juke had a pretty nice night. Finishes, 25 points, 11 rebounds, 3 assists in 39 minutes and change. I mean, he had, 40 minutes the game before, didn't walk off the court.
I've been trying to rest him in practice.
It's when he gets his rest.
Yeah. Coach Odom was at practice last week. In fact, I think I told you guys that. And he was sitting out of some of the reps, and Coach Odom asked me, hey, what's wrong with that kid over there? I said, nothing. He plays too many minutes. Gotta rest him here.
I could just see Dave.
That kid. Dave, what's wrong with him? I said, nothing.
When I used to interview Coach Odom when I first got here, he was a big runner back in the day.
Yeah.
We'd be at the hotel, let's be on the road. He would run, get back, we'd find someplace in the lobby, and he would sit on the floor. And he was and he would rub those hands together like a little fly. And he was awesome. He was great. A lot of fun.
Yeah, he's great. He comes about once a month, usually. Depends on the weather. And then he'll sit up there, and then I'll go up there and visit with him. Dave's been good to me.
All right, let's go out into the audience here. And the Wake guys, we need to get you guys sponsored. We'll just call you the Wake Boys. So fire away.
I got a question for you. How do you decide when to challenge a call? Is it players, coaches, kind of who makes that?
Well, the first people I would never trust are the players, okay? Because they think everything's a challenge, especially if they're involved in it, right? Now granted, it's really hard away from the basket, right, on the other end. I can't see it. So the pressure comes down to Coach Christopher Forbes, who has the computer. But now sometimes the problem is, and Coach Muse will tell you this, the computer lags, right? Like technology's what it is, right? So I'm screaming, like, did he foul it? Is it out of bounds? He's like, I don't know. The computer's not there yet. And so that's why you'll see the referees, they've been trained to do what? If they think it's going to be challenged, they take a little bit more time to administer the ball. Have you noticed that? There's a reason. Because of the technology being a little behind. I don't know how the NBA, there's probably a little bit more up to speed than, we play in so many different places, right? And so if it's something that I need to add, like I can't tell, I'll ask Christopher first, and then he'll either yay or nay it. And then sometimes the coaches will say, maybe they saw something I didn't see, but typically I try to get video replay the best I can before I have to make a quick decision. Thank you.
Hey, Coach. I know Ish Smith and Al-Farouq Aminu were back at the game on Saturday.
They were.
Are there any other alumni who are pretty involved with the program, and what does that relationship kind of mean to the current players?
Oh, really good question. I'm a big proponent of every player coming back, no matter if there's a banner up for them or not. I think that's the most powerful impact our players can have, is listening and listening to our former players, managers, to come back, walk-ons, and talk to our players about their experience and what their experience is after basketball. Like, I have the board. Have you seen the board in my office where everybody signs? That's big to me. I think it's like everybody needs to feel – Lynn signed it, for God's sakes. And so I think it's just part of the program. You got to have a piece of it. And so, those are – like, Ish is awesome. But you don't have to play in the NBA to have an impact on the program. There's all kinds of people out there successful in life. They're doing great things outside of basketball. Chris and his family, Chris Paul, have been awesome. Chris comes back every summer and practices with our team. His son's playing now. It's great to have Al-Farouq back. John Collins will text me time. Jeff Teague's going in the Hall of Fame here pretty soon. He'll be back. Does his podcast. I heard he's going to do it live from the Joel. That'll be interesting. But it's not always about John Buck's the coach at Lehigh. Okay, he loves Wake Forest. I can't think of the coach at Benedictine. There's a lot of coaches out there, and but it's not just basketball. I think it's the most powerful thing that we do. Use basketball, don't let it use you. And I think it's important for all those guys to have that kind of connection with those kind of people.
Good stuff. Now, Coach Muse is over here.
Coach runs that.
Coach Mike Muse is over here. He wants to dive in.
Oh, you're diving in, Muse?
On something.
What do you have?
I got called by Stan.
Okay.
Yeah, we had Chase McFarland here. We've had 72 former alumni back during the course of the year, either at a practice or at a game.
There you go.
We've got Alumni Day coming up versus Syracuse, where we're expecting about 40 back. And then March 7th against Cal, we'll have the Rodney Rogers Day that got moved, and we're expecting about 55 to 60 for that one. So all those guys that come back are involved in some way, shape, form, or fashion. We've got 5 former alumni that are going to be in Atlanta, so we get some to come on the road as well. So that's a big thing Coach has challenged us with, is to make sure that everybody who's been a part of the program that bled, sweat, and loves Wake Forest is still a part of the program. And Lenny Heflin really helps us with that, and Marianne Justice helps us with that.
Yep.
And, we all try to get everybody. Julie Griffin is usually here, and she helps with that. And so, we want all our alumni back, and we want one big happy family, and we can't do it without them.
Yeah, and Mike does a great job with that. You know, Mike has a connection to the former players more even than I do. And I don't want them to think, look, I don't want them to think that they got to, like, donate money all the time. I mean, I just don't. I think donate your time. Time is just as important as money, okay, and experience. You know, Kenny Herbst, you know, we send all of our players to recruits over there who have any interest in business, and it's awesome to have that kind of, you know, person talking to our recruits. It's a big family. I have tried this. I haven't got it done, and I would be curious in how you feel about it. I've wanted to do an alumni weekend in August, and the reason why I want to do it in August because all the guys that are playing professionally haven't left yet. You know, especially the guys that are still playing right now. All my former players, still some other guys, NBA players, they haven't left for training camp. I'd like to do a weekend where we, you know, honor a couple teams or a team or a couple players. Maybe have a golf outing. I think we're probably a little too old to have an alumni game. Somebody get hurt. But, you know, and then have a banquet, right, and open it up to the public. You know, and then I think that would, you know, some schools do it. I've been wanting to do it. It's just so many things pile up. I get a little going many different directions. But if you know, let me know if you think that would be a good idea, because I think I would really like to do that.
All right, good stuff. Got to sneak in another timeout. We'll have more questions for the coach on the other side. We're at Miller's on Robin Hood for the Steve Forbes Show. Back in a moment.
When it comes to local news, you can rely on ABC 45 News. There to cover your story.
Just had to take a stand. We should be compensated way more than we are.
There to get you answers.
It still leaves so much anxiety because it's like we don't know what happened.
There in your community.
We need to help out the people in our community who are struggling.
And there with your no-wait weather.
This area is producing some severe weather tonight.
ABC 45 News, weeknights at 6 and 11. Standing up for you.
You hear that? That's the sound of Pepsi Zero Sugar. The better tasting, more refreshing Zero Sugar Cola. Listen to that endless pour. Pure refreshment. If it sounds this good, just imagine how it tastes. Oh yeah, so good. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Let your taste decide.
More with Coach Forbes after these local messages on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
For the latest on the Demon Deacs, make sure you start with GoDeacs.com, the official website of Wake Forest Athletics. GoDeacs.com provides easy access to purchase tickets to upcoming games along with the latest news and updates from every team on campus. Plus, you can sign up for daily news alerts straight to your inbox. And of course, hear all the play-by-play action from Wake Forest football, men's and women's basketball, and baseball, along with our coaches' shows as well. GoDeacs.com, the source for all things Wake Forest Athletics.
Wake left side, Harris tries a long three up the rim. Good rebound, stuff. Colvin, the athlete, took off to the basket when the ball left the hands of Harris. Flies through the air. Stinger would say like Superman.
The Joel is the place to be as Wake Forest men's basketball takes the court against some of the nation's best this season. Single game tickets are available now. Secure your seats today at GoDeacs.com/tickets. Go Deacs.
Welcome back to the Steve Forbes Show.
They'll get the ball to Spillers, to Calmes, back to Spillers for a stuff. Oh, what great ball movement from Wake.
His transformation has really been impressive. He came here as a scorer, and he can score. We've asked him to be the point guard. I think he's done an absolutely incredible job getting everybody involved.
Email your question to Stan and Coach Forbes at wakeradio@learfield.com.
Okay, we're back at Miller's on Robin Hood, second half hour. Wow, rolling along. Where's it going? We'll be back here next Monday night. We'll be in Atlanta, Georgia on Wednesday night, late start, 9 o'clock. We're on the air at 8:30. Since 1909, our friends at Norman Stockton have been dressing Deacon fans for every occasion. You'll find a tremendous selection of Wake golf shirts, quarter zips, vests, jackets, belts, a whole lot more. Conveniently located in Renolda Village, adjacent to campus. Come visit Norman Stockton today. Again, we're going to challenge the Dave Gorin table for a question or two. They're not even listening to us right now.
Well, Dave's talking.
That's right. But we're going to get the Dave Gorin table to ask us a question here. But, Coach, another question.
Yeah.
Let's see. Comes from Kelly. Says, Kelly is sure you've been on both sides of games like the one with Louisville. Had you been able to get ahead, what does that do to the other team psychologically?
Score pressure, right? Score pressure. You tighten up. And you always want to have score pressure on their team. And I don't want to say admonish, but I got on my team after the game in the locker room about it's easy to me. Look, don't take this the wrong way, but I think it's easy to play when you're behind. What's the pressure? Like on offense, like you play free, you're behind, you start making some shots, that's what happened to us. We all of a sudden had score pressure, and we didn't execute as well. And so I think if we'd have done that think about the two games we didn't do that. Louisville, Carolina, right? We had Carolina teetering on the ropes. Like if you're in a boxing match, we got jelly knees out there. One more punch, they're going down. I took a lot of punches in my day. Yeah, that's it. You got to put score pressure on the other team. You got to make it hard for them. And we were there, and then like I said, Trey had a chance to take the lead, and I mean he didn't obviously try to miss, and he's a really good free throw shooter. Just unfortunately he didn't make those to put score pressure on them.
All right. I think we have a taker right there. Oh, one of the football guys.
My boy.
All right.
Okay. This is more for levity than anything else.
Levity.
We need some of that.
I got a scouting report for you.
Go.
It was latter part of the game. You were in a big timeout.
Yep.
They brought the two kids out on the court to throw free throws for $100.
Yeah.
The one guy right behind you, 12 out of 13.
They did.
He came up past Lynn. I said, "Son, we need your name, son." Did he call you yet?
Well, I can't. That might be a recruiting violation. I don't want to say that. I take it he was not out of college yet. Oh, he was a student.
Oh, he was a student. He came out of the stands, 12 for 13 free throws.
Okay, so here's what
all net.
Here's what I'm going to ask him. Okay, now put some score pressure on him.
$100 for a student? That's pretty good pressure.
I'd take $100 if I was a student. Would you guys take $100? It's a lot of dominoes.
His form was pretty good.
Pretty good.
He had a nice little wrist thing going. I was watching him.
I wasn't watching. Okay, no.
I watched him. He was good. Okay. You're right. All right. I think Dave Gorin himself wants to ask. Hi, Dave. How are you?
Hey, Dave.
I'm well. How are you guys?
Good.
Hey, Coach, I understand you demoed a shot tracker software the other day.
I did it, but yeah,
Do you know how that worked out?
No. I saw him there. Christopher, I'm sure Nick, all those guys. I think don't we have that? I'm pretty sure we have that. We have a lot of things that I don't always get too involved in, but maybe what we'll do. Do you understand shot tracker? Because I mean, we have Noah. We already have Noah's system where I guess you guys probably wouldn't. In our practice facility, every shot our guys take is videotaped on the Noah system, and it's charted. So if they take 500 shots, they know exactly how many they made or missed. They know their splash rate. They know their arc on their shot. And if they want to look at the shot individually, they can pull it up on their phone and look at it. That's how much technology there is out there. The shot tracker is probably a little different, but you'd have to ask somebody on their pay grade for that. It's not mine.
All right, got to sneak in another timeout. We're a couple minutes behind, and we'll return with tonight's Greenway Village Dental question of the night, and probably going to be from Al, but that's on me. I'll pick one here during the timeout, and we'll be back with the question of the night right after you hear this.
Thanks.
Stan Cotton here for Roger Marion Automotive. Roger and his staff have been taking care of me and my family and our cars and trucks for years. From tune-ups to oil changes to a state inspection or that weird sound your engine's making that you can't quite figure out. Roger Marion Automotive can handle whatever issue your vehicle has and get you back on the road with confidence and at a very fair price. Roger Marion Automotive between I-40 and 421 across from West Forsyth High School. Roger Marion Automotive, the only choice for any fan of the Demon Deacons.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
We'll be right back to the Steve Forbes Show after this local timeout on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
A true teammate takes on every day with a winner's attitude, gets up when they fall down, and leaves it all on the field. There's a group of teammates who do all these things every single day. But they're more than your typical athlete. They're kids facing unthinkable medical circumstances. Team Impact matches children facing serious illness and disability with college sports teams, creating a long-term, life-changing experience for everyone involved. Join us in the movement to get all kids in the game. Visit teamimpact.org to learn more. Team Impact. All in, all together.
Be a part of tonight's edition of the Steve Forbes Show.
When you go to try to dunk it, you're going to get fouled because you're coming down with the ball. And then he tried to, lay it up, and he found out that this ain't the Missouri Valley.
Email your question to Stan and Coach Forbes at wakeradio@learfield.com or tweet your question to the voice of the Deeks at Stan Cotton WF.
Okay, back, and a few more minutes left here with the coach of the Deeks. We'll be on the air Wednesday night against Georgia Tech, 9 o'clock. Then Stanford, the Cardinal, comes to town, 4 o'clock, middle of the afternoon on Saturday. And then we're back here. We're back here, yeah.
I mean, every time we have an afternoon game, it gets moved to noon. So,
well, that's all right. We like the nooners. But we'll be back here next Monday night, and then the following Thursday, we'll wrap up the season run of the Steve Forbes Show. Okay. Let's get to the Greenway Village Dental question of the night. Comes from our favorite chemistry teacher, Al. Says, Coach, and you and I were talking off air about rebounding and some of the drills you were doing. This is a rebound question. So I thought, see how I just seamlessly grafted that in for you, Coach. This season, says Al, it seems more that players are trying to clear a rebound by batting the ball out of the fray than a few years ago when it seemed more common to accomplish a similar task by batting the ball off the backboard. Is he seeing it right? Do you try to coach players to do one or the other? And if you do, why? You'd rather have them squeeze it with two hands, right?
Yeah.
That's the deal. But if they can't get it with two, Carolina always tips it out.
Well,
right?
Efton was great at that, right?
He was very good at that.
I'm not going to take all the credit for that. I think, that was something that was instinctive to him. Now, you could tip it out, and they could go dunk it on the other end too, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get it. This is the thing with rebounding. And I again, let's get on my soapbox a little bit. The game has become so physical that teams literally park a guy or two right there underneath the basket, and they wedge you so far underneath the basket you can't get the rebound. Right, and if you now the rules change. If you turn, I don't know if you guys know this, if you turn and face check a guy, it's automatic foul on the defense. It used to be you could face check them, get them out of there. Can't do that anymore. You have to turn. And so what's happened now is if you're not, depending on your size, you're getting wedged underneath the basket. So that's why I get on the guards, because those big guys are in sumo wrestling mode down there, right? It's like, you ever done sumo? I haven't, but when the ball comes, the ball's typically going to get up in the air, maybe over those guys, and they're fighting each other. That's why those guards got to come in there and get it. I would prefer that nobody ever slaps at the ball and they possess it with two hands. Perfect example, when I was in a great mood today at practice, I showed the clip of, do you remember the play when Brown shot the three from the logo late and we missed? And we had four chances to get it, to possess it. Now, we ended up getting it because they knocked it out of bounds, but we didn't possess it. That drives me insane. Okay, I don't handle that very well. It's not, look, I'm not blaming the kids. They battle. But, man, yeah, you got to possess that thing with two hands, man. And so, you put the bubble up. I had the bubble up all day today. The only time you could score was just get a rebound. Everything was a miss. You said ball in the ring. That's really old. No offense.
Well, it was a process.
Check it out. Yeah, well, we've all done it. Yeah, that's something we've struggled with. And I don't know. I think you can teach it, but then there's a part of me that says, you know what, at some point, like I mentioned Concanipple and Brown Baker, I coached at Wichita State. Those guys were just outstanding at getting the ball. They just were good at it. They had a nose for it.
Okay, there is the Greenway Village dental question of the night. Take care of that beautiful smile of yours because you deserve to have a beautiful smile. Final timeout and final couple of minutes with the coach on the other side of the break. As you listen to the Steve Forbes Show from Learfield.
Hey, Deacon fans. If you can't make it courtside or want to catch an away game with other Wake fans, Little Richard's Barbecue on Stratford Road should be your first choice to watch Wake basketball games. Enjoy big screen TVs, cold drinks, and all the smoked meats and southern sides you love. Proudly serving Deacon fans since 1991, Little Richard's is the go-to game day spot for Wake fans. Visit us on Stratford Road or order online at littlerichardsbarbecue.com. Go Deeks.
At Vibe, we believe interior design has the power to transform experience, shaping how people heal, learn, and perform every day. Whether it's premium hospitality suites, medical education facilities, residence halls, or healthcare environments, we create spaces that inspire connection, focus, and well-being. As respected partners of Wake Forest University and Wake Forest Athletics, we're proud to design environments where champions thrive on the court, in the classroom, and beyond. Discover the impact of great design at vibedesign.com. That's Vibe with 2 I's.
More with Coach Forbes after these local messages on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield.
When it comes to local news, you can rely on ABC 45 News, there to cover your story.
Just had to take a stand. We should be compensated way more than we are.
There to get you answers.
It still leaves so much anxiety because it's like we don't know what happened.
There in your community.
We need to help out the people in our community who are struggling.
And there with your no-wait weather.
This area is producing some severe weather tonight.
ABC 45 News, weeknights at 6 and 11, standing up for you.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Okay, we're back. Final few minutes.
We're back.
We are back. Final few minutes here at Miller's on Robin Hood.
Is this the 2-minute warning?
No.
5-minute warning. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we're full Tim Sparks tonight. No Teagan. He took the night off.
All right.
Full Tim. We'll get the 2-minute warning here in a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see here. Robert with a question. We have some Roberts in here. Not that Robert.
Not that one?
No, different Robert. Do you see the 3 signees, you were talking about them last week a little bit, having immediate impact next year, especially the twins in the front court?
Yes. I see all 3 of them playing a significant amount of minutes. And look, let's just call it what it is. If you invest in players now, you got to play them. And I'm not talking about time. I'm talking about money. And so, yes, I mean, Gavin and Gallagher. Now, if you ask their mother, one's 6'11", one's 6'10", and if she's listening, I'm saying they're 6'11" and 6'10". But they'll play. And here why? Because, look, I think they're very ahead of their age in defense. And when you're when you're younger, the best way to play is to be able to defend. And Gallagher and Gavin can switch on the guards at their size. They can really move their feet. They're raw. They got things to work on. They're going to be good. Quentin, he could start. He's moved from. Look, I'm not a rankings guy. I mean, I think you should rank them after they leave, before they get here. He's number 20 in the country right now, and he's all of that and more. You know, can really handle it. Super competitive, like Juke. That got a chip on his shoulder. Damn it, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yes. Who asked that question? What's his name?
Robert.
Robert. Yes, they're gonna play. They gotta play. You gotta invest. Yeah.
And then portal edition. You said you might sign another one. You never know.
I think we'll
young guy.
I think we'll go portal pottying, but I like to call it the portal potty. Yeah, we could sign a high school player.
There is a sponsorship in there, right?
Portal potty.
Portal potty.
I'm pretty famous in the East.
Oh yeah.
I don't have time to tell the story.
Where's Height Merrifield? Height, there you go.
Can I tell you this?
The portal potty.
I'm at the ACC meeting with the ADs and the head coaches, and I'm speaking to all the ADs in the ACC. I called it the portal potty with a bunch of turds floating around in it. and John Curry looked at me, and I went, "You hired me." And Jack Swarbuck from Notre Dame, I thought he was going to die laughing. Like, he thought it was the funniest thing he had ever heard. Because there's a lot of different things floating around in the portal potty. We're at 1 minute. 1 minute warning. Anybody got anything else? Anybody? Oh, Nate Calmese. He's still hurt, unfortunately. He's end of the month, maybe, unfortunately. Just got a really bad sprain. On top of that, it's healing a little bit, but he's got I'm not a doctor, but hematoma, whatever you call that, a lot of blood. A lot of things going on there. Just not there yet. Working hard, 2 times a day, getting treatment, but a long ways away.
There you go. That's a wrap.
So if in the real world, I would have to bring one of these guys in to play for me.
There you go. Or the kid that made 12 free throws. Maybe him. You never know. All right.
I'm choosing Opie.
Got to go. Appreciate you guys coming. As always, appreciate the folks here at Miller's on Robin Hood. We'll see you on the radio Wednesday night late from Atlanta. Go Deeks.
Go.
You've been listening to The Steve Forbes Show on the Wake Forest Sports Network from Learfield. Tonight's show has been brought to you by Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, the official healthcare partner of the Demon Deacons. The proceeding has been a Learfield presentation of the Wake Forest Sports Network.